Let's have a look at some of the dailies this morning. We'll start off with Nigerian Tribune this morning. 35 reps seek rotational presidency, single tenure of 6 years. Institute over 50 reform bills. Well, that's how the Nigerian Tribune reports this morning. And then on to the Guardian newspaper. Piecemeal restructuring, row as House revives single 6-year tenure bill after 4 failed attempts. That's a big one right there today. Well, Daily Independent also on the same theme. Reps seek single tenure of 6 years for president, governors. Rotation of presidency among 6 geopolitical zones. That's what you see right there. PDP silent as court declares pro-Wike lawmakers members. That's the story you find beneath that lead one here today. And then from then on to Daily Trust. Minimum wage. We won't accept 100,000 naira ascribed to labor. So that is still going on. This Nigeria, why we can't declare another strike now, ascribed to the NLC. And look at the riders. Ajero says workers union awaits Tinubu's word on minimum wage before taking next step. Tripartite committee submits report to FG. So that's how this Nigeria reports that scenario here today. The Vanguard newspaper report, 10th NAS, 24 senators have no bill in 1 year. So, but they also have the reps propose single tenure of 6 years for president, governors beneath the lead story on the front page here today. A blueprint focuses on the minimum wage as well. Tripartite committee submits report. Labour insists on living wage. And then you see FG awaits Labour leaders' return from Geneva. Who knows, before they take the next steps. We recognize the report here today as well. Nigerian News Direct. Food security. Nigerians battle economic hardship over hiking prices of rams, foodstuff, as inflation bites harder. Nigerian Observer. Nigeria imports 23 billion naira apples, palm oil, cocoa powder in Q1 2024 as trade grows 146%. The paper so reports this morning here today. The Daily Times, alleged abuse of women, children, substantiates your allegations. DHQ challenges AI, as Amnesty International says. AFN is a professional military that operates within ambit of international law of armed conflict. So that back and forth right there this morning. Well, Business Day, hospitals stream $1 costs to scale inflation hurdle. Diaspora Nigerians increasingly tapped to fill void. Well, those are your papers.
Well, those are the newspapers that we're looking at this morning, and quite a lot of headlines. And you know, yesterday was a very interesting evening. A lot happened between yesterday and this morning. But I think we're going to get to a lot of that in the course of today's conversation. But I'm going to take from the Leadership newspaper this morning quite a lot of things there. But you know, this one, let's not let this disappear. Let's not disappear in the conversations. Remember, we have been talking about compressed natural gas and how this is a viable alternative to the fuel that we're using, and how, you know, everyone was excited about it. We had experts come on this show, but some things happened. We're seeing this from page 4 of the Leadership newspaper this morning. Conversion costs, infrastructure deficit threaten CNG initiative. 1.6 liter engine conversion costs 400,000 naira. And experts are decrying the distribution expenses. So if you want to get more, it's like an update on this CNG initiative that we've all been very excited about. More on that from page 4 of the Leadership newspaper, and quite a lot of other things spread across that paper. We're seeing the minimum wage as well. We won't resume strike for now, says Mr. Joe Ajero. We're seeing that from page 7 of the Leadership newspaper. And the INEC chairman has been speaking, having meetings over the past few days. He's warning corrupt officials against compromise.
Who?
The INEC chairman.
INEC chairman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's talking about the Edo-Ondo polls. So basically trying to get people to behave well, get your act together.
Well, I know that, I mean, INEC has to do what they have to do, but, you know, not many people have forgotten how INEC overpromised and
under-delivered.
the build-up was high, I tell you. It was massive. The ICT director, most of them were here on the program. We demonstrated everything. We showed how they told us you would see it streaming in, all the results, how everything was going to happen. But when it came to the big one, because that's where a lot of people focus on, once you start with that big one, the presidential election, they thought they just didn't see it. It didn't come to them as INEC has spoken. So INEC speaking about this now, I don't know if people will take that. What kind of attention or seriousness will they give to it if it's not as a pinch of salt? But we'll see what happens.
I mean, they have a monkey on their shoulder right now. They have to be able to win the trust of the Nigerian people again, especially when it comes to elections in this country. Elections are going on all over the world. It's not rocket science anymore.
It's a global village.
Yeah, it's not rocket science anymore. You can do this. You can get this done.
So there you go. We'll be back in just a moment and take you through what we've got for you today, looking ahead of the big day, big week, Democracy Day.